Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. I am Wiggle and this is a build video. Recently I did a video on the chainsaw and the ripper, just kind of comparing them. And when I was doing the testing, I found that you could actually use the ripper a little bit in stealth. And that kind of got me wondering, what if you had a character and you just kind of went all in on stealth and agility? And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to test using this weapon. I am on a custom world, so I don't have the modules or, to roll whatever I want on a regular server. So yeah, we're on a custom world with free crafting. All the damage and everything else is the same. It's just free crafting, free fast travel. And I rolled this ripper. Anti-armor, faster swing speed, brakes 50% slower. And that's what we'll be using for the test today. And so for the build, what I went for, as far as legendary perks go, it's all specials. You can see it's a work in progress. It's not a fully leveled up character, so I still have a ways to go on this one, which is why I only have one rank of hack and slash. So it's basically just special points to spread around. So we went for a strength. We went for incisor. And then max rank gladiator perks. So we're all in kind of on damage as far as that goes. And then blocker for a little bit of defense. Then endurance, we have life giver, extra health is good. Chem fiend to make our things last, our drugs last longer. And fireproof to protect us from explosions. Tenderizer for a little bit of extra damage. Nerd rage for extra damage as well, and AP regen. Makeshift warrior, so our ripper lasts longer, although I don't think that'll be an issue for the video. AP regen, we have a ton of food, so through hiker, lowering the weight is really important. Ninja for the sneak attacks, because this will be it's a sneak attack build. It's based on stealth, and we will see how that goes, and that's why we have sneak. And dodgy to help us for when we get up close, but we get detected, give us a little bit of protection. Serendipity, same reason. Ricochet, help us a bit, and starch genes and class freak for our mutations. Good with salt to keep all our food from spoiling. And we had 1 point left, so put it in a bloody mess for probably 1 extra point of damage. Not that important. As far as the mutations go, here we go. Effects. We have adrenal reaction for extra damage at low HP, low HP. Bird bones for extra agility. Carnivore for the meat buffs. You get a lot of buffs from meat with melee. We have eagle eyes in there. That's just kind of left over. This character is normally a shotgunner. Herd mentality to get extra 2 points since there's no teammates. Scaly skin, give us a little bit of extra resistance. Speed demon, and twisted muscles for the extra melee damage. And for food buffs, we will be using, I don't know if they're all applied, we'll probably apply them again. Deathclaw steak, glowing meat steak, mutant hound chops, mutton chops, to give us all extra damage. Oh, Yao Guai ribs as well. And the scorched beast lung to give us 6 extra agility. And as far as our armor goes, it's all shadowed. It's a combination of covert scout. It's 3 pieces of covert scout and 2 pieces of leather, because I only know 3 of the plans on this character. So we're not 100% as stealthy as we can be, but we're pretty close. And it's all unyielding, and we are in nerd rage. And we also are using shielded road leathers for the extra agility. I mean, normally you wouldn't do that on a melee character. You'd go for the shielded under armor for the strength. But since our bonus, most of our damage is going to come from the sneak attacks from the ninja perk, we want as much agility as we can get. And so with all of that applied, our special we're at 47 agility. And I'm sure you can get it higher than that. But that's enough for our testing purposes. And it's enough to keep us hidden for the most part. I mean, this is not a silence weapon. So, the ripper it does make noise, so you will be detected from time, but we should be able to stay in stealth for a bit. So with all of that, I think I got everything. Let's get on to some testing and show how it does against some enemies. All right, so here we are in Helvetia. We'll try this out on some squishy scorched. As you can see, Oh, now we're in caution. If you hold it down long enough, you go into caution. But we're not in danger. There's one way down there. And there'll be one in here. And there's hack and slash kicking in. So even with the boom from hack and slash, it still doesn't. I think that must be one of those silent explosions where it doesn't actually. That's for effect, for us to see, rather than. This isn't necessarily for. Let's see here. All right, I had to pause there for a second. I had a siren going by my house. But yeah, this does pretty good sneak attack damage. And obviously, when the enemies aren't that close together, it makes it much easier. And I don't think we'll go through the whole town, but and having that having VATS is kind of cool. I mean, it teleports you a little bit. I mean, you just have to get kind of close to the enemy and activate VATS. Except in this case, when the Scorch is really not. I mean, he's there, but he's not there, kind of thing, where VATS won't lock on. But as you can see, I'm going through no problem. And staying. Now, usually in here, what'll happen is I'll kill a couple of them, and then I'll get detected by the rest. But so far... Huh. Okay, well, that's the first time that's happened. Usually I get the first two, and then I'm in danger, and the other one starts shooting me, so... This is going pretty well. And, of course, now I'm not in stealth, so... That was my fault, not the weapon's fault. And... Okay, I have no idea what's going down here. It looks like we've got a... Oh, Blood Eagles have... Okay. That's interesting. Okay, well, we get a bonus enemy here. I don't think I've ever seen this before. So, yeah, we get to sneak up on a Blood Eagle and see how that goes. That was... interesting. But we're in caution. Look at that. Able to eliminate all the Blood Eagles. No problem. Oh, most of them. This guy's shooting at a ghost. Too bad for him. So, yeah, as you can see, not a problem. I mean, obviously, Blood Eagles and Scorched are pretty squishy enemies. So I think it's time to move on to tougher enemies and see how the whole stealth thing goes. And now we are at Robco. And robots do tend to be a little bit on the tough side, although with Incisor and this being an anti-armor weapon, doing damage should work out okay. The tough part with this guy is if we do get detected, they tend to do a lot of damage. To us, we're not that tough, so let's see how that goes. Not a problem. How about that? Actually went pretty well, and we're still in caution, or still hidden rather. And we've got other robots up here, but he's the big boom. There's usually a variety up here. We've got this guy. Oh, he's legendary. But yeah, we're still able to stay even through all this. We're still able to stay hidden and do which. Nope. I was. All right. I was in danger very briefly there. And yeah, let's go do the couple just right here. But oops, so much for that. But you can see, even if you do get detected, you still can do really nice damage. So that's still not a problem. I mean, it's obviously if you're playing stealth, that the whole point is to stay hidden. But yeah, you can see this does just fine against robots. Even that sentry bot was not a problem at all. So yeah, let's do one more area with tough enemies. All right, so here we are at the pylon near Bogtown, and there's a legendary something or other over there. It looks like it's maybe Gulpers. And there's a behemoth, which is what I was hoping for. I wanted to see what this would be like against a big enemy. So yeah, we're going to test it on some Gulpers. They can be kind of tanky, as you can see. I mean, I'm still in caution, but They are quite tanky. But even that whole thing, I mean, they're not the most perceptive enemies, though. So you'd kind of expect to stay in caution. And there's usually two when there's those enemies right here, but I don't see another one. All right. Let's, there's got to be super, I mean, there's a behemoth, but there's got to be super mutants around here somewhere, right? Not just going to be one. There's one. There's one. I wonder what happens here. Probably I attack him and all hell breaks loose.
What? Who's there?
Well, now I'm in danger, but I took down the big guy no problem. All right. See if I can get hidden again. Whoa. Probably not. Looks like I'm in. Yeah, probably would have been better to take out the. All right. All right. Where's another one? Since I can't seem to stay hidden, let's just do this the hard way. All right. There's another one down there. So as you can see, even when you do get detected against pretty tough enemies, there's another one around here somewhere. I don't know where. But even when you do get detected against pretty tough enemies, you can still do damage, pretty good damage. I mean, granted, I am in Nerd Rage and it's anti-armor, and I've got a ton of buffs, so I'm doing pretty good damage anyway. But yeah. So now with that, Plus, hack and slash is kind of funny with this. And it seems to work pretty well in VATS. I mean, there's a few times when it bounces out when you wouldn't expect it to, but for the most part, yeah, this works, I think, really well as a stealth weapon, and this is pretty fun. I mean, obviously, it's generally a slower way to play than just running in and just shredding everything. You know, that's kind of what you'd use the chainsaw for, or even the auto axe. But for if you want to play stealth and you want to use a different kind of weapon, one that's really effective, as you can see. Yeah, give the Ripper a shot. Yeah, so I think I've shown enough. I think you kind of get the idea of what this is all about. If you have any questions, if you enjoyed the video, whatever, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and please join me in the next one. Thank you very much.